a breakthrough of human society, where a child was born emitting a strange light. In the future, people start developing powers of their own. Fire breathing, super strength, mind control. These powers are then called quirks, and the status of hero became an actual job. But what does a hero do? Why do they exist? To combat the greater evil, villains. There will always be something that doesn't go according to plan. And for something to be considered normal, it has to extend to everyone, including people with bad intentions. And so the battle between good and evil began. The story I just told is the background and setting for the anime My Hero Academia. It shows that no matter how positive the breakthrough, invention, or discovery, if put into the wrong hands, anything can turn into a negative. Houses are made to shelter, but harm our environment. Wars start with the intention to protect, to defend, but hurt other families in the process. There is no black and white, no clear good or evil. There's nothing but shadow after every light. Before I continue, greetings everyone! My name is Darlene Rufala Suryakanto, a 10th grader from SM Aka BPK Penabur, Bandar Lampung. The idea of there always being something wrong intrigued me. So today, my speech is going to be talking on the topic, every light has a shadow. And based on my personal experience, this is absolutely true. This year, I have 4 main goals. Join student council, get top 10 overall, join more and win competitions, and make new relationships while also cherishing the ones I already have. Obviously, doing one of these 4 things is going to be hard enough. But I wanted this year to be my year. A year I can be proud of. So I studied hard, worked hard, and made sure I was at my A game for everything. And I made it. I made new friends, won a national competition, and reached top 4 overall. Things were turning out great until I realized something was wrong. I wasn't at my A game. I wasn't doing my very best. I was getting burnt out, overworked. My greed of becoming good at everything not only made me unable to focus on one singular thing, but it also made me forget the biggest reason I had this bucket list. To create stories and memories my loved ones and I can remember. In making new relationships and having new priorities, I forgot the one thing constantly pushing me forward. My friends and family. In putting myself first, I jeopardize not only my relationships, but my hobbies as well. I used to draw 24/7, but now I barely finish anything under a month. In trying to feel some sort of euphoria over accomplishing something new, I overlook all the other accomplishments I've already made. Is my greed a hero for making me more confident? Or a villain for making me constantly worry about things I shouldn't even be thinking about? I thought about this long and hard, and I realized contemplating this will get me nowhere. In truth, people will always try to be better than they already are. And even when they become the best, humans will always try to be better than others to widen that gap of talent. If nothing is referred to as inferior, then humanity wouldn't be competing over riches, fame, or anything like that. Our shadows are not an inferior version to light. It's merely a product of it. Our every action has its own consequence. And in my opinion, it doesn't really matter who the hero or villain is in our stories. Being in too much light will only end up in casting a bigger and darker shadow. Like how having too high expectations for myself ended up with me being swallowed whole. The best way to confront this is to accept it, to honor our shadows. And the only way to do that is to recognize and live with our flaws. There is a light to every shadow, but that doesn't necessarily mean that one's better than the other. If you look closely, they may end up looking more or less the same. After all, the world we live in is not black and white. It's merely several shades of gray. Thank you.